Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Flux. I am back with another M Plus commentary for Season 2. There's going to be a 17 Rookery as Destruction Warlock. I had not done a commentary for Rookery, so I wanted to try and get one of these done. This was a pretty recent run, I think either like yesterday or the day before, that we did on stream. So we're going to jump right into it, guys. As always, make sure to like the video, subscribe, comment if you find it helpful. Go leave a follow on my Twitch page. Like I just mentioned, I am streaming pretty much most of these keys over on Twitch. So go hang out and ask questions. And also the link to my Discord server is in the video description, where you can find like all the talent builds and stuff and just hang out and chat with other people. So yeah, we're going to jump right into it here. We're going to be filling the whole platform at the start here. As we gather, I'm going to be throwing Curse of the Satyr on these Thunderers. I'm supposed to be kicking this guy in second, so I do that. Once everything's gathered, I send Kata, Infernal, Malevolence, and then we're going to send CDF and just start Rain of Firing. Pretty much what I'm just going to be doing here is Incinerate, Rain of Fire cycling for the most part. Just build and spend. I'm going to try to prio the Quartermaster a little bit more if I can. Like I might start sending a Shadowburn or two.
It's just a one.
There's one caster. Yeah, sure. I thought you were not playing up there for some reason.
Main thing is just to make sure you're always casting, always building and spending. You need to cast Incinerates more often now as Destro, so make sure you're doing that and not just, sitting there doing nothing. Definitely make sure you're sending CDF on cooldown. You don't really need to press Shadowburn that much in big packs. Only if you're really, like, you're trying to prio something down a little bit. It's a single target prio damage button.
You can go and just beam them here.
So again here, I am sending a lot of rains. I waited for stuff to get grouped up to send Cataclysm. And I'm just going to build and spend. I'm going to send some Incinerates when I can't cast anything to build some shards, and then I'm going to send like a Rain of Fire as soon as I can, or like a Shadowburn if I'm trying to prio down either like the Void Rider or the Stormrook, just to like even cleave them a little bit more. Shadowburn's also like a good global if you need to move. If you need to move and you can't cast, Shadowburn's a good global to use.
Fox, you're on Skull Kick. Okay. Then you're on the march.
So this pull, I'm going to make sure I Satyr the Thunderers. It's going to be a pretty common theme. I'm going to really try to focus Satyr on the Thunderers on this entire area, so they take longer to cast these lightning bolts.
Go for Pat here.
Silencing and walking them back a little bit, yeah.
Again, we're just pretty much building with Conflag Incinerates, and then I'm using Rain of Fire when I can, or Shadowburn if I want to prio target something. So right there, I like canceled my Kata. That's just because this pack's dead, so there wasn't really any point to sending it.
Then kick first.
Again, we are going to Kata, and then I'm going to Rain of Fire. Build and spend with Incinerate, Conflag. And you make sure I use Malevolence when it's up. This little thing here is like a weak aura that tells me when I'm targeted by spells, that little thing like under my character. Very, very helpful if you are pushing keys. I would highly recommend getting it. I will have it on my Discord server if you want to just hop in there and grab it. If you don't know what it's called.
Food for a second, it's gonna hurt.
So yeah, here I just died. I didn't have anything, dude. I didn't have health pop, hellstone coil, packed or wall, just kind of
Is it worth it with the pack? Is it like that?
Oh yeah, I got it.
melted,
I mean, I don't really
unfortunately.
No, let wax res and him he drink.
No, I got it.
He's already resing.
So I just gate here so I could catch up a little bit. Got kind of late to this pack, so I couldn't really like pre-curse everything. I get the curses out now, which is fine. I had CDs here. My potion came up a little late. It's fine to send it. It's a tough pack. Needs to die anyway. You're in CDs. It's not a waste. Mostly just rain of firing, like usual, building with incinerate.
One more.
I can send Kata here again since everything's still gonna be alive for a little bit, just to catch my dots. Sending CDF on cooldown, just building again with incinerate. We're going boss here, so now I'm just gonna transition over to like single targeting the boss. If this pack was like healthier and we pulled it onto boss, I would still transition over to full single targeting boss. Instead of spamming rain while we have the pack on the boss. The reason you want to do that is because this boss is going to take the longest to die. So you want to just start focusing as much damage into him as possible and like just cleave off the ads. Also, like Arcane Mage gets funnel off those ads, so like if I'm rain of firing, I'm kind of just trolling the Arcane Mage's damage, which is not what you want. So yeah, this boss is fairly straightforward. Mechanically, you just dodge swirlies in the lines and you're good to go. Rotationally, single target. I am making sure I keep high uptime on Roaring Blaze, which you get from Conflag. And Eradication, which you get from Spenders, like Shadowburn, Chaos Bolt. So you want to maintain uptime on those two debuffs as much as possible. During this middle phase, you want to kind of try to save like Shadowburn and Conflag charges, just so you can kind of cast while moving. Also, I don't really, you guys might have noticed, like I had Infernal Malevolence up during that movement phase. I just don't send because it's kind of a waste. You're going to be running around a lot and you can't plant and cast. It's kind of like you're just wasting your cooldowns. So I just send after we're done with the middle run phase. Also, you can kind of like plant and cast like right here. If you time it right, you can get like one plant cast off before these circles go off. Kind of like slightly greed a cast.
Common Toucan's W bait.
But there is like a timing to it. If you like if you start a cast after those little circles appear, you're probably going to die. Like you have to have your cast started before the circles come out.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah, if you stand close, I think like is that weird?
I've never seen it. I'm sure.
Yeah, if you have more melee, it happens too. Like I think if you have all melee, it does like weird shit.
Yeah, this boss definitely takes forever, man.
Sorry.
He should be dead. He should be dead.
All right, so here going down, I always dismiss my pet.
You can die if you're. That's how it's.
I know a lot of people, this hasn't happened to a lot of people, but like your pet, so when you're floating in midair here, your pet like auto teleports down to the bottom
Can I
floor
just
there,
start mana like real quick?
like way down here. So if you're too close to this pack right here, your pet can just aggro it while you're in midair, and that'll just, that'll make deaths go off, which is going to lower your timer.
Where you go?
I should be good. You can.
I've had it a couple times, so like I always just make sure I dismiss my pet. Also, like I didn't mention this here. So these little birds here that you see on these little like nooks, you want to like hit them like I just did right there, and it's going to give you this buff up here. This is like a little damage buff.
Chocolate cakes.
My cakes.
It's just free extra passive damage if you didn't know about that.
I should be good. You can.
I did not know about that for a while
Kick first.
either. So here I'm going to curse the oracles so they cast slower, and I'm going to send Infernal Malevolence after Ikata.
You can line the void crushes.
Like the crusher drops?
Just gonna mostly send rains.
I know, but just lining them
Um,
so easy.
build with Incinerate. Send Shadowburn if I want to prio something.
Perma not dodging. This is so good actually. 'Cause they're just like staying in.
Try to use CDF on cooldown. On these little pull, like on these suck pulls, it's kind of hard sometimes to get CDF off on CD, because then you're gonna get sucked into the big circle. There's like a lot of mechanics you can actually line here. So that little thing there was the Void Crusher leap.
Like there and typing away from there.
You can line the Crusher leap. You can also line the Arcing Void. This thing right here. You see, well, that one I got hit because he was like way out. This is gonna be really important for the next pull with the double diffuser.
Oh, I like the wood crush. I did it.
So you saw there I was targeted by the leap and I didn't get leapt. Again, like on this small pull, you can mostly just send Rain of Fire. You can try to like Shadowburn only when Havoc's up, on these smaller pulls.
Set your focus spin and let's kick first.
Alright, so this is the nasty pull. So I'm gonna send a port right here, and this is just so I can line stuff really easily whenever I get targeted by something. Gonna make sure I curse the oracles so they cast slower. We're gonna Kata, send CDs. We lust here. I'm gonna send pact, like a pre-pact, just so I don't get insta-clapped. So there is the oracles do a curse. I dwarfed that one off. You see this thing like trucks. So here I got the arcing, I can just port back, I don't get hit by it. On this pull, like your biggest priority is to line all of this stuff. Like literally just stop damage. If you take these, I see like I'm just doing nothing but lining. If you take those, you're just gonna die, like quite frankly. You're gonna run out of stuff and you're just gonna die. You're gonna get overlapped with like the circle and the void. Like it's very simple to just line and take no damage. And then just try to like do damage while you're doing that as you can. It's 100% like you just don't want to die there. Dying there is really bad because you either have to waste a res or you're just not gonna have a res up. And if you release on that pull and you're walking back, you're probably not gonna make it back because the suck circles damage you through the walls.
It's on me. I'm gonna take a dagger.
So it's like really hard to make it back to the group if you release at any point there.
It's going to Ben.
Yeah, I can't take this one right now.
One of you two. Mavin.
That's bigger than next slam. Yeah, this one.
So this boss, you just gotta pretty much dodge stuff on the ground. If you need to, if somebody needs like to pass the dot to you, just press a defensive or something.
It's the bad one.
I'll go bear.
You want to actively be trying to get the dot
Sure.
if you can. Like if you have defensives up, just to help out your group, especially if you don't have like a DK. DKs can kind of just make this fight a joke because they can AMS soak the dot and get rid of it.
On me. I'll go bear or I'll park for this. The dagger.
Yeah, like we're in comms right now, so like everyone's just kind of
Give it to me, again.
Yeah,
I'll take it again.
we're all just kind of like communicating who can take it and whatnot. Like I'll have all my stuff up here, so I kind of just told them I can take whenever. Rotationally, again, we're just maximizing eradication, roaring blaze up time, and then I'm building spending, building with incinerate conflag, and then spending on Shadowburn, Chaos Bolt, and using CDF pretty much on cooldown as I can. Shadowburn, you want to be using Shadowburn kind of similar to Conflag, where you just kind of like just keep a charge rolling the whole time. Inside or outside of execute. The reason you're doing that is because Shadowburn just does more damage than Chaos Bolt. Like if you compare it shard for shard.
I got it. I can wall here. Can you take it back or no?
Yeah,
So it is
DPS me on it.
valuable and a DPS gain to use this on any health percent, not just in execute.
This would be bad one. Right into this.
Press the button.
Yes.
So there I got the dot overlap with the slam.
Somebody else.
And I didn't have anything, so I just told my healer I was dry, and I think he gave me PS. You do want to watch out for those overlaps, especially if you don't have anything, you are definitely in danger. So like if you're in comms, definitely call it out. If not, you kind of just have to like pray, pretty much. Pray or like drain life or something, man. Hopefully the healer saves you. So on this pull, I am going to be raining. The mage is going to be killing the Ascendant most likely, so we can kind of just rain to even cleave stuff, so it all dies at the same time. Whenever like Mayhem or Havoc procs, you can send your Shadowburns. Or also Chaos Bolt. You want to like Chaos Bolt Shadowburn during Havoc on these 3 target pulls, if you can. If not, just send rain. So here we're going to do the skip with the Parasol toy. This is just a Parasol toy. I believe you can buy these off like The trading post usually has them. I think this one I got from Shadowlands. Just want to land like right here. You can gate back up there if somebody drops and doesn't make it. There's a spot where you can gate. I didn't have to do it here because we all made it. So we're going to do a double ascendant pull. I'm going to kata once everything's grouped up. And I'm going to single target down one ascendant. Because one of these needs to die ASAP.
I'll try and silence.
So I think the mage called whatever one he was going to hit, and I'm just hitting the same one, so we kill it a lot faster.
That's
You
fair.
beam the other one, beam the other one.
If these both live too long, you're going to get the double shield overlap like too many times, and everyone's just going to run out of defensives, and you're all just going to die. Also, like whenever you kill one of these, the tank can just immediately go to the next pack over there. So that's why it's like honestly correct to just single target one there. So now we have more stuff. So again here, what I'm going to do is I have CDs. So I'm going to send. I'm going to find the big rock guy, and I'm going to start single targeting him also. Because so like the Ascendant's going to die from cleave at this point because it's really low health. And we cannot go to the next pack until the big Voidstone guy is dead. So that's why I'm just single targeting him. We are trying to kill him faster so that we can progress faster. And then these crushers just kind of get cleaved by everything and passively die eventually. So during this Unleash Darkness mechanic here, that's when you want to press walls. So we're going to get a lot of ticking damage going out. And so he's dead. Now we get to go to the next pack. I'm going to make sure I curse these Ascendants. Also, they do have a cast, so I've been cursing all of them. Here, I'm going to single target either the Voidstone or the Ascendant. I think I hit the Ascendant first. Also, like, if you don't know what I mean by, like, single target, that means I'm only casting Chaos Bolt Shadowburn. Even though we're in, like, a multi-target AoE pull, like, over there we had, I don't know how many targets, and I was just Chaos Bolting, Shadowburning the Ascendant. That's what I mean by, like, single targeting. Like, you're just trying to prio focus damage into one to kill it faster, to progress faster, to help timer.
Okay, then I got it.
That's kind of like the logic with that.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just gonna put the Ascendant a little bit harder, just make sure it kind of dies.
So I do send CDs here because this is going to live for at least 30 more seconds or so. So definitely worth to send, not going to hold. It's not like I need to sit here and hold for burn phase on the boss. If you were going to sit and hold for burn phase on the boss at this point, you'd be holding for like a minute and a half, which is almost basically losing a CD set. Also, so you guys are going to notice on this last boss here, I'm going to be pretty much just sending all of my stuff on cooldown. Like, I'm not going to be holding anything for the burn phase. The reason for that is, like, on Destro, you honestly don't really get insane value in the burn phase with your CDs. Like, Infernal does not do an insane amount of damage. It's mostly just there for, like, shard gen on single target. And we were kind of like talking about this in the group that like somebody needs to be able to push shields faster. Like you can't just all sit there and not pop shields.
I have pot in 2 minutes. Maybe less than one after that.
So like my function right now is just to do as much damage to shields as I can. I'm kind of being the person that does the shield damage. But you're gonna see like I still do decent damage in the amp.
I think next
Like Destro just has very consistent damage all the time. And I'm actually gonna get my like a little portion of my Infernal into this amp, which is I guess that's pretty good. During this amp, you just want to make sure you try to get as many Chaos Bolt Shadow Burns out as possible.
If we're doing 25% every time, I think we're looking very good.
Then also definitely press CDF as many times as you can during the amp. I think you can like if you have good timing, you can get like 2 CDFs out during that amp, which is pretty good. Oh, also for this boss, you can pull out Imp to get rid of these those dispels that go out, the little dots. Just insta dispel yourself. So we got a amp here. We're gonna lust this one. I sent potion even without CDs just because we have a lust up, and I guess I have like a mini CD with malevolence.
Very good push.
You got it, Alex.
Yep, yep.
So like at this point, I'm gonna hold Infernal very slightly for shield break, because I'm looking at this timer here. So if I send Infernal right now, I am basically just not going to get another Infernal. Like my Infernal would come up at like 6 seconds left in the dungeon, which means I'm not going to get another use. So with that in mind, I'm just going to hold it for the damage amp.
A tiny bit. Yeah, a tiny bit. Yep, sure.
If we had like 2:30 left on timer, I might just send Infernal again. Also, I was looking at the mage's cooldowns, and he had a little bit of time left until his. So he's actually not going to make it on this one. We were like calming that. Like I asked him like if he needed us to slow down. So we tried to slow down a little bit right there, but we kind of just pushed too fast. It's all good though. I mean, like at this point, we just need to break shield really fast. And like if we break shield, we kill boss and we time the key.
Yeah,
Because he only has like 10%. Like he's gonna die immediately once the shield breaks because of the amp. So like at this point, if you had anything come up, like if I had Infernal up right now or Malevolence or whatever, I would press it. Like there's no reason to hold it for amp. Like right there, I'm just gonna press Malevolence so we can break the shield and kill the boss. And we got it, dude.
Well,
Job.
what? Did anyone else think we were gonna miss it by 3 seconds?
I
Yeah,
thought we were
I
gonna
was like, oh my god, we're gonna miss it.
We had like 2 really kind of slow deaths that where we had to stop and like hard res. That kind of wasted like at least a minute or more, which kind of sucks. That's probably what like slowed us down the most in this key. But other than that, it was a pretty clean run.
I wasn't really worried about it.
I think this key's timeable on like any of our 3 specs. But yeah, I would definitely say like maybe Demo and AF have a very slight edge in here. But I don't think Destro is bad in here at all. I mean, we timed the keys, so. we're chilling. All right, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. Hope you guys found it helpful. Again, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Go leave a follow on my Twitch page. Go join my Discord channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So take it easy till then.